there'll be some of you who are seasoned in the orthodontic treatment and already have records. What I do need is for you to follow my templates for the patients that you want me to help you with. All right. So the phase one material included the templates in the template notes and the PowerPoints that are relevant to this. So the construction requires you to fill out the clinical notes, patient name. These are not cut and paste. These are all templated PowerPoints. So we, in those circumstances, when we open up this template, you will see you can cut and paste your notes, but these are right click, change picture from file, and then you go to your JPEGs of your folders and you upload them so that we maintain the format of the template. So it's not cut and paste. These are difficult for you to grasp, so I will help you with those. Again, these are difficult to grasp, so I will help you with those. But again, it's change picture from file, not cut and paste. We have intraoral images again, change picture from file, not cut and paste. And the pan X-ray OPG, again, the same. Now, when some of you are starting, you're unclear who's an appropriate patient, who is not. So I've asked all new students to consider just doing what I call a screening evaluation. So instead of getting all the information that I ask you to do, x-rays, models, scans, clinical evaluation, I asked when you first submit patients to just take this series of photos. So the repose, the smiling, the repose in 3/4, the repose in profile, the intraoral retracted repose, intraoral retracted teeth apart, intraoral repose centric, left and right lateral, and the occlusals of the uppers, and you fill out the pediatric sleep questionnaire. So with that information enough, you can submit cases for me to screen for you, and then I'll tell you if they're appropriate cases that you can collect the x-rays and the clinical impressions and the scan. So that way you don't have to explain to parents why you have to take x-rays and then later be told that that's not a suitable case. So it keeps it simple. Start with patients that are aged between 6 and 10 years of age, ideally 7 to 9. And anyone who walks through the door, take these extraoral images, the 4 of those, take these 6 intraoral images, and take this 1 pediatric sleep questionnaire. And with that information, it is enough for you to submit cases for me to help you screen to see if they're suitable for postural orthodontics. Okay, that's
So any questions? So that actually, so that's a new bit of information, Simon. So I should yeah, if you could write that protocol. This is a new protocol, so that will help those not stress as much. Um, so if you could write a note about that I can insert, because I do send out an email that has very step-by-step instructions on what to submit, and this is the
yeah.
first
So
time
for
I'm
those
using
who
that.
have gathered all the information, you have to follow that format. For those who haven't got the experience, who haven't gathered records before, who don't have all the information, all I need are the panel of photographs and the one pediatric sleep questionnaire filled out, and that's enough for you to submit a case for me to start discussions with you about that particular child.
Okay, maybe I can just edit this 5 minutes out and put that as part of the email that I'll send out on the 20th for Mark
Okay.
and anyone else who's joining in January. All right, very good. Any questions? I think Laura had a question like, "Oh, I haven't finished the CE test for phase 1 yet." Not a problem. I mean, there's no deadline on that. You know, just do it when you get a chance to do the test. They're very, very simple. Chia has a
Okay, guys,
question.
the exam tests, like just it'll take you 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Please just
once
do it.
you, yeah,
Right? Don't just dilly-dally and say, oh, I haven't had the time. It's a 10-minute thing. It's there to help remind you of key points that are important. A layperson with zero orthodontic knowledge, zero dental knowledge will be able to get 80% right, right? Because it's structured in such a way that it's there to teach and not necessarily test, even though it's a test. All right, so don't
Chia's.
dilly-dally.
Yeah.
Please do them.
So Chia has a question. Simon, can you elaborate on what would be a good case to submit?
Well, that's the point of the screening. Anyone between the age of 7 and 9 is a good case to submit. Take the photos, do the pediatric sleep questionnaire, then I'll tell you, based on the photos and the pediatric sleep questionnaire, is this a suitable case or not? Alright. So this is the purpose of a screening evaluation. You have no idea what's suitable or not, but you have the capacity to take photographs and do a medical questionnaire. So do a medical questionnaire on any 7, 8, 9-year-old who walks through your door. Take a medical questionnaire on every child that walks through your door, to be honest, right? And then take photographs of every 7, 8, 9-year-old who walks through your door, and then you've got cases you can submit. It doesn't matter if you don't know whether they're suitable or not. If they're 7, 8, or 9 years of age and you filled out a questionnaire, then they're suitable for a screening submission.
Okay. Actually, is Rose or Harbour there? You guys, maybe they're muted. Okay, I just thought if you guys they already Harbour joined about 3 months ago, so it was good to get some feedback. He's around, but it looks like he's not back yet. And Rose has been in there, been in part of our mentoring for about a year now, so it's good. Give some feedback if you've got questions for them later. Anyway, any other questions related to the next phases?
I mean, literally every 7, 8, or 9-year-old will have a malocclusion in your practice. You will get 1 out of 100 who won't. So
But
every 7, 8, 9-year-old, take pictures and a screening test and submit it.
well, the idea is mild malocclusion, not severe, right? That's
No, no, the point is, how do you know what's mild and what isn't? Well, every 7, 8, 9-year-old, take pictures, take a screening, and I'll tell you, is this mild, moderate, or severe, or perfect? And then I'll say, this is suitable, this is not. Right? All you're doing is taking photographs and doing a medical questionnaire screening. That's it.
So just
So
because they're a class 2 or a class 3 doesn't mean they're
the answer is, how do you, as a newbie, know? And the answer is you don't. So every 7, 8, 9-year-old who walks through your door, take photographs as an orthodontic panel and take a pediatric screening questionnaire. You don't have to explain why you're doing it. This is just a normal exam for every, to say it's a normal exam for every primary school aged kid. We take photographs and we take a pediatric sleep questionnaire and then submit it. And I'll tell you, this is nothing to talk about next, or this is far too difficult next.
so hopefully that's clear. I'll add those in the in our notes for those joining in January. Any other questions? Okay.
Simon,
Okay, Doris, go
for
ahead.
those, for those who in the listening, attending, not participating but attending, can we ask questions during the sessions for
No,
phase 4?
no, because that defeats the. I mean, so Simon, you can answer that. So Ken, if you just do in the only listen and learn, can you ask questions?
If we finish with plenty of time and everyone else has done their piece and I have time left, you can ask. But other than that, you have to ask in the Facebook forum.
So the priority is given to obviously the fully paid members who submitted the cases, but if there's extra time and Simon can make that.
But as a
extra
general
change.
rule of thumb, no, you're a silent observer.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, that's the. Otherwise, you still got the forum, right? You got the Facebook forum. You can ask general questions. All right. I think that's it, unless anyone else wants to jump in quick with a final question regarding any of the further phases or mentoring.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop the recording.